Well, guys, it's a nice afternoon. It was very cloudy and overcast, and I thought it was even going to sprinkle. And I said, "Oh, I'll go to the boat tomorrow." Well, it turns out that it's a beautiful day now, so I'll go to the boat tomorrow. So I guess I'm gonna sit out here with Papa. He was very anxious to get out here, and we went to the park, walked him around. That wasn't enough, so he prefers being out here, kicking back with Daddy. And I'm gonna smoke a Davidoff Signature. It's a small cigar, which is perfect. I don't think it'll last an hour because some of the other cigars are going to go beyond an hour. And let's see what this one, I'm gonna peel this out. Let's see what this one tastes like. Okay. Man, I should have been at the boat today. The day has turned out to be nice. Oh, my watch is telling me clouds are coming. Well, it got a little windy all of a sudden. I couldn't turn it on, so I got it going on one side. Well, the cigar has a pleasant aroma, but it's beginning to bite. So let's see if it mellows out in a few minutes. Here comes my coffee. Did you make the coffee?
Yeah.
Thank you. See, he just wanted to be out here.
¿No tienes con eso?
Let me have. No, he's
You
not.
should have one.
Where somebody comes up with a dog.
I don't even have a collar on them.
Oh, I didn't notice that. We'll go get it.
I can't, it's charging.
No. See, he doesn't like it. He, come on, Papa. Say, no, I'm here with Daddy. I'm
Where do you want me to
okay.
get the collar?
He's behaving. No, he's behaving.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Just give him some love.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
Oh my
That's what he
God, está un
wants.
poquito más gordo.
No, he's not.
I don't know. I think he gained a little bit of weight.
They left
yeah.
him at the kennel.
He has
They
a
gave
big
him a
bit.
bath, and now she says it's fat because the hair's all fluffy. Well, they bought another tree next door.
What?
You see the tree there by the door? They're gonna plant that one because the one they planted with no water didn't make it.
You think it's gonna glitch on
If they don't water it, yeah, they won't last. Yeah. Thank you, babe. So, this past weekend we went to my cousin's wedding, one of my cousin's weddings. He married this very nice, this very beautiful girl, long legs. They did this very fancy salon dance, and she was very, you know, I would say flexible. Stretching their legs up and doing a swan dance and that kind of thing. And my cousin is very slim. He looks like a model, really. And they're going to vacation for a honeymoon. They're going to South Africa. I don't know why. I would go to Tahiti, but South Africa. So they're getting ready to go, or they're already underway. I'm not sure. And I met with a cousin and another friend that they live on the other side of the county. That's why we don't see them too much. And they live. The other guy lives in Simi Valley, which is pretty far from here. And got to find out that they both got the CCW. So it took them almost a year to get it, and they were surprised that I didn't have one. And I said, well, I wasn't really thinking about it. I'm thinking about it now because what's going on, the things that are going on are just crazy. Just yesterday, there was a guy that I think he was Salvadorian. He found work in a warehouse. He got on the bus to go to work, and some idiot murderer sat behind him in the bus, put a gun to his head, and just shot him for no reason. And that's what we're dealing with: the insane, the people losing their minds. There's a lot of that going on, and you start to think, well, maybe I should start carrying something because you're on the road, and somebody can just blow a fuse, and you gotta protect yourself because there's a lot of nuts. There's a lot of crazy people with drugs and stuff. So they were asking me, well, how come you don't have it? Being that you like hunting and guns and stuff. And I say, yeah, but my cousin told me, I thought that you would have beat me to it. And I said, yeah, it's just that I feel now that, doesn't the Constitution already say you have the right to bear arms? Now you need something from your state government. It's a money making racket because now if you have a CCW, you have to every 2 years it expires. You have to reapply and pay I think it was, they told me it was a $300 fee, something like that. It's money making. The Constitution gives you the right to carry the gun, but then if you get stopped by the police, well, you know what's going to happen. You're going to be arrested or something. So it's better, if you're going to carry a gun, it's better to have the license. Well, the Davidoff stopped biting. It's smooth. It's a little on the light side, but it's smooth. So yeah, going back to that, I'm thinking of doing it. You can do it online. You don't have to go. Before you used to do interviews and stuff. I don't think you have to do that now. Just fill it in, pay the fee, and then they check you out. Background check to see if you have a criminal record or something. I got nothing. I'm clean. And then they'll say, okay, there's a questionnaire, I believe. I don't know exactly all the procedure. I'm not too up to date on it because I really haven't been looking into it, but I think I am going to. And then they say that you can carry up to 3 different guns. And then you can register the guns you want to carry. So I think that the 45 is too big to carry in public. a 9 millimeter, and then maybe a 380 or even a 22. So, but a 45, I think it's a 45 is good to carry if you're driving. Let's say you're going cross country, and you can put it on you, and like that holster that I bought for backpacking, I could use that with a jacket, you know. And then if you're going to go into a business or something, you take it off. Or you know, I'm not sure now if you have to take it off, because they said before you couldn't carry it into a place, and now they went to court, and now I think they said that now you can. It's a going back and forth with these people. They keep changing the law. So like the 30 round magazine was illegal for a few years, and I think now it's legal. The what was it? The handle on a AR, the grip. It's still illegal, I think. The adjustable stock, that was illegal also. Then the button to eject the magazine was illegal, and then they said you can bring it back, and they keep going back and forth on this shit. You know, I just gave up and all this. I don't even, you know. There was a guy that was this is a long time ago, in a show. He was selling a magnetic button that had a little metal pin, and you put it over the button on the magazine, and you can push it, and it activates it, and it drops the mag. And I said, "What? Nice." He was selling it, I think, for $20. Well, I heard that he got arrested by the FBI or something, or he got a fine by the county or the state, or I don't know. He was selling. It looked like a very innovative invention for somebody that has an AR by the button. And then some people say, you can use a bullet, you can use the tip of the bullet, but it's very inconvenient, and that's what they do. They want to make it inconvenient for you to work the mechanism on the gun. And then when you have a gun that is not properly fitted to you, and you can't have a solid grip on it, and you have to, like I went to the store a few months ago, and the guy showed me a gun that you have to open it up like a shotgun AR, and you crack it open, take out the magazine, put a magazine, and then close it again. I said, what the hell is that about? They had another one that was completely fixed, and the magazine was fixed also in the gun, and so you had to load it from the top like a hunting rifle. Very inconvenient. And that's what they want. They don't want you to properly have, well, you know what's going to happen if you can't activate the mechanism and run the gun properly the way it's supposed to, the way it's designed. You're going to have an accident, and they're going to say, oh, it's a dangerous weapon. You can't, you can't have a good grip on it. You have to have the tongue. So if you have a half a grip and it slips out of your hands, falls, shot goes off, hits somebody, it's your fault. It's the fault of the state of California for coming up with some stupid regulations. That's what they are. They're all stupid regulations. So that's why I haven't looked into anything, because they keep changing it. So on the CCW, I don't know what it is now. If you have to do they used to interrogate you. They call it an interview. And what do you need the gun for? And da-da-da. Back in the day when you used to go and talk to your local police captain, and he would ask you, well, what do you want the gun for? And there was a guy, a friend of mine, that he was a jeweler, and he would go from home to home with a briefcase with jewelry, And he says, look, and this is back in the 70s. He said, I have here $30,000 worth of jewelry. Somebody sees me, they're going to help me up. And he wanted to get a license. And the captain said, okay, that's a good reason. You're carrying a lot of expensive jewelry. And he signed the permit. Now, captain can't do anything. You have to go to this other department. And then I think the sheriff, my cousin told me that the sheriff, you have to train for a certain amount of time. I don't know if it's 1 hour or 2 or 3, I don't know, to train for to see if you can handle the gun, if you know what you're doing with the gun, and if you know how the gun works, and you know the whole thing. I think they go through the sheriff for that. So they keep moving it around, changing it, adding, taking. I don't think they ask you now, why do you need the gun for? The other friend told me that somebody did ask him just out of curiosity. It wasn't a test or anything. And he says, well, look what's going on now. Look at the situation. It's going to get worse. And the sheriff agreed. He said, yeah, you're right. You need to have a gun with you. A disarmed peoples are a people in danger. If you don't have something to carry, then anybody can see you and say, oh, I can kick that guy's ass. I'm going to take his watch, or I'm going to take the jewelry from the wife, or whatever. Because they see that you're vulnerable. They want to kidnap a kid. Like I saw a video that this mother was taking the little girl to school, and this guy got off the car and tried to take the little girl right in front of the mother. But guess what? The mother was a cop. Took out the gun and shot the bastard. That's what he got, what he deserved. And things like that happen. You never know where's it gonna come from. He did it in plain daylight, right there on the street there next to the school. Just take the kid. Just take the kid and kidnap them for ransom. Or some other devilish things. You know, molest the kid or something. So the mother was packing, and she let him have it. I think she shot him 3 times. I'm not sure if she killed him, but he got what he deserved. In Spanish, un pueblo desarmado es un pueblo desamparado. So the citizens have a right to carry, keep and bear arms, like the Constitution says. And if you say, why is it that the United States has a Constitution? Well, look at the history. The colonials were under the boot of the King of England. They sent a ship full of troops to disarm the population. I think it was in Boston. And the people there said, no, you're not. And that's where the whole thing started. Because the Spanish colonials didn't try to do anything to disarm the people. It's not written about specifically having a law to disarm the people. People have weapons, they go hunting and stuff and defend themselves. The French also didn't have that a law that said disarm the colonies, you know, like in Canada or you know, Quebec and up in that area. And then Louisiana, and the whole Louisiana area used to be French. It's not there wasn't any law to disarm the population, but the English, they wanted to kick around and tax you to death. They wanted to tax everything, including tea, you know, stamps and everything. And the Americans said, no, you're not. We've had it. We're fed up with your shit. And they revolted and they went revolution. You know, that's why this country has the Constitution. And those people that wrote the Constitution, the founding fathers, they were very smart, very well educated. They were very smart guys. They knew how governments work. They had the examples of Europe, you know, especially with, you know, and Napoleon came after, but They knew things that it was happening, and they said no, we're gonna keep our arms and to keep a militia. And yes, you do have trouble, you do have problems with some people carrying arms. They shouldn't, and you do have problems with a lot of crime that is not being punished, and there's no punishment. They're breaking into stores and nothing happens. Uh, they're stealing anything they want under $909. Nothing happens. They're beating up people and steal from the stores and nothing happens. Well, yeah, people are getting fed up already. People are getting fed up. So the Davidoff is it's a little on the light side. It's not exactly very powerful aroma. It's very smooth, very light for somebody that's beginning to smoke cigars. That would be appropriate. But I'm used to uh, the rich aroma, the strong taste of a cigar. That you can smell it from 50 feet away. So I just wanted to try it. There's some more Davidoffs that they're a lot stronger and a lot more expensive. But they all have that light color. I want to see if I can find a Davidoff that is coffee, dark coffee color, and see how that works. Anyways, I'm gonna end it up saying that I am gonna look into the CCW. I think it's about time I get to that, and I think my woman's gonna get one too. I have to train her. I bought her a 38 stainless, and I have to take her to the range and let her shoot, let her get accustomed to shoot. Take the gun and. In fact, I think I need to get her a holster. Um, I saw a guy practicing, and man, that guy was quick. There's a lot of people that they practice, shooting very close. The handgun is not to shoot across the street or anything, 100 yards. You can sometimes, but it's to protect you up close in public, because that's what's going to happen. If you go into a dark alley, then you're asking for it. But sometimes in a crowd, somebody tries to jump you. All right, guys. We'll see about what's going up with the. If I want to start doing the paperwork and stuff. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Later.